we're talking about, because when you practice by yourself, you're not listening to anything.
No.
And for everybody, and then when you get in groups, then you have to start listening. And of course, being a string or orchestra band player, you start getting used to doing that.
Yeah.
But I said pianists, because they're always by themselves. They have their entire orchestra by themselves. They don't listen, so many of them.
So they're bad chamber players.
They are hard to play chamber music with, yes.
Unless
and
they
even
do it all the time.
As they get older, yes. And unless they enjoy it. String players, and when too. Well, all orchestra players, they love to get together for fun and play. It's just something you do. It's just fun, because it's different in small groups too. Pianists don't do that. It's pretty rare that they do that. But you also have
accompanists though, because look, it's like even in college or concerts.
It's very different than being a soloist.
You have to learn to be an accompanist.
Yes, and those people start to listen. They have to.
I mean, Lynn, she went to
was
Juilliard.
A good
yeah, but she studied with Margot, what's her face, who ended up at Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot her name. But Samuel Sanders was one of the accompanist people. I think he died of cancer recently. But they had their own accompanist program.
It's a whole other thing, yes.
For just accompaniment.
But most pianists are going to be a solo.
Yeah, well, most of them don't, because there's too many of them.
The sad part is the ones that don't make it decide, well, I'll be an accompanist, but they're missing that part of listening. It's so important to listen and go together. I mean, in speaking, you can't do that because everybody's talking, right? In playing, you can do that.
It's elongated.
Yes, you have to. You have to listen.
But I'm just saying, as a singer, when you're singing with, you have these long phrases. So you're saying speaking, you can't do it. But you could, well, I don't know.
It's a different...
But with singing you can, because, if you're singing, I am, it's a long...
Yeah, and speaking you're always interrupting. Everybody interrupts everyone else, unless someone's giving a speech. But in playing, you can play together. But you can't do it
together speaking, because we do that.
Okay.
Okay, we're doing that right now.
We're doing that right now. But we still interrupt each other.
Fine, but it's still like a give and take sort of thing, so we can still do chamber music. But that's also because you have really good ears, and I have pretty good ears. So you can tell, like when you're talking with someone, and it goes into this thing, and then you go back and forth like
flow, yes.
Well,
okay, you're right.
It's true.
You're right.
I mean, we do that all the time. That's why we're doing this, because
that's right. So
like
other people can laugh along with us.
Yeah, well, but I mean, we have a lot of stories and a lot of experiences, so we can sit.
I agree.
100 years. No.
Because we all started in childhood. Well, we did. Both,
you told me 1 month I was a music critic.
Yes.
Ah!
Yeah,
okay, there you go. Okay, see, then I went on to be a singer, so it fit just right.
Yes, all right. I agree.
So you can do this give and take thing, but maybe it's because we are musicians, because we listen.
That's true. Most people don't listen to what other people say.
No.
They talk, and then they wait a minute, and then they talk again, instead of kind of doing it back and forth.
I guess I'm not talking to enough people to realize that. But maybe it's true, or maybe I'm always talking. You're always talking, or maybe you're always listening.
I'm always laughing. I too. I'm laughing and listening.
Well, with me maybe, but when you're with other people, everyone seems to talk to you.
That's true. I just listen.
So here's your big chance to get a little give and take.
I'm a listener.
So we have a basic introduction. Kathleen and...
More than basic.
Well, okay, and we have a few ideas. So we will be doing, this is a long-term project.
Yes, we can speak for years.
Here's our thesis on this, is that we want to share, because we have a lot of good knowledge and wisdom and experience and experiences.
Yes,
in all the continents. I mean, from my singing in Europe to your playing, South America, Canada, and all that. And so we want to share this because it's important to pass on.
Yes, it is.
This stuff, like look at all your teachers, how you were saying that your violin teachers go back to Russian.
Right. I've forgotten all of this.
Okay, well, we'll bring that up later.
Yes, Leopold Auer.
Leopold Auer. So all of the famous violinists.
Right, they all studied at the same time. Heifetz and my teacher, I mean, they all studied with him, Beloff and Heifetz and Milstein and Elman and all these people.
Di Pasquale, what's his school? The Italian school?
Yes, I guess so. I don't know. I think he went to Curtis. Curtis was around.
Was he American or he was
Italian?
He's
American. They put Squally family from Philadelphia. They're all musicians, like Cleveland Orchestra, Boston, Philadelphia.
Well, where's his family from?
Philadelphia.
So he wasn't from Italy or something?
Well, before that, I mean...
Was his parents,
I
were they
really
musicians?
don't know. I don't know.
Because that's the other thing is music runs in the family.
Yes.
I mean, it's passed on.
Well, with his family, they all were, I mean, he has, like, I know that there are two brothers, like one violin and one cello or something. They had a quartet at one time, or maybe they still did.
Wow.
So they had to have music in the family to be able to do that.
Okay, so
all Italians have music in their family, don't they? They're all musical.
Well, so do a lot of German families.
Yeah, that's true too.
I mean, look at Bach and all his sons.
And before him,
Mozart
too.
And his father, who was they still use his violin instruction now. He was the Suzuki of his time.
Oh, his father.
Yes. Mozart's father.
Right.
So yes, it runs in the family, and a lot of singers are like that too. And you're exposed
it's like politicians.
Ha ha ha. So you're exposed to that as a child, and like me, you know, I'm in concert halls as a kid, so I hear all that music, and it developed my ear a little bit more than most, so that when it came time to better training, I was maybe a little ahead, but then not quite, because you guys didn't want to give us music lessons. So that's a whole other shit. So the whole point of this project is we want to share a lot of our experiences and our thoughts on music. We do have some critical things too. So we have a lot to say. Yes. So that's the introduction to Kathleen and
Charlene,
the mother and daughter, the two C's, discussing the big C classical music and everything involved with it. So we'll see you next week. Coming up, we have our opera Orfeo.
Yes.
So, and we had commentary on the inauguration quartet with Yo-Yo Ma and Itzhak Perlman playing a John Williams piece using Aaron Copland's "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple." So you can stay tuned for that, and we'll be back with tons more. This is going to go on.